There was another fighting game that got announced.
I saw that.
Yeah. Did you watch the trailer for Avatar Legends? The fighting game.
I have. It was a short and sweet trailer.
Short and sweet trailer, yeah. Let's take a look. Interesting.
What's going on? Some sound. Rating pending. Yeah.
Right? What a logical place to make a fighting game. Korra and Aang. So right off the bat, you know you're getting the full series. You know, you're getting both represented.
Right. I can't wait for the next series to come out, actually.
Yeah, there's cool stuff coming. Sprites and like detailed close-ups of the sprites as well, going into supers. Didn't have to be this. Could have just been 3D or cell shaded, but they put the work in. Yeah.
It's time to end this.
Very cool.
It's beautiful.
Yeah.
You know, like, this looks like the show.
It certainly does.
Remember when Dragon Ball Fighters was announced, and then like, oh
Yeah.
my god, it's like playing the anime. Like,
Yeah.
This is just as beautiful.
Now,
Although, like, Asuna did point out to me, like, this looks like every frame is drawn.
yep.
So what about alternate costumes?
No,
Yeah, that's...
probably not.
Yeah.
That looks really cool. I never would have seen that coming. Couldn't have guessed it. You know? It's a surprise to see this
Yeah.
exist. Wow.
I see.
An Avatar fighting game. That's crazy.
Who would have thought?
Who would have thought? Huh. So, looking at this, I'm like, that looks very cool. That looks like sprites that are hand drawn, and I like that because you don't have to. Yeah, you don't have that cell shaded thing where you kind of lose something in the style. You have something that looks a bit like the original. Yeah, there was. I think it came out that this was apparently canceled or something some time ago, but then got picked up by a different publisher. So that's cool. That's nice to hear.
That's right.
And as someone who is sitting here shocked, totally surprised, and watching this footage with no idea what could be coming, I think that the idea of it being it says somewhere in the description that there is a movement focused aspect to the game that like has really
Right, a flow system.
it describes something here. Avatar Legends, the fighting game, is a fast-paced. Let me get the description here. A fast-paced 1v1 fighter where you battle as your favorite characters from the Avatar franchise. That's pretty sick. We've already seen all the favorites there,
Right.
on that list. That's cool. I see Toph. I'm in. Featuring hand-drawn 2D animation. Awesome. True to the series roots. Proprietary rollback netcode. Sounds like people who know that rollback is important. That's pretty cool.
That's good.
Full crossplay for smooth competitive gameplay.
Wow.
Amazing. They know that this is a small game. I'm going to guess it's probably a limited budget looking at what we've seen of, it so far. So a small game needs people that pick it up on any platform to be able to play against each other. So that's really cool. Very smart of them to do that.
Okay.
And key features, 12 characters at launch. Many more via the season model. Excuse me. Support characters, so something a little extra to, I guess, customize your style, little grooves or so, by picking different supports. That's a nice way to...
I think I heard even some things like cameos or strikers that might only be like for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then I see here a unique flow system with movement-centric gameplay. And that is a really cool phrase. I don't know what that could mean, but if I had to guess, I think it would be really cool to have like a unique button that everyone's style bending could be dedicated towards, that could make them move in unique ways that only they can pull off because of their elemental styles.
Okay.
I think that'd be a super sick way to make things happen, and to make them happen uniquely from each other, I'm a big fan of like things like that, defensive movement options, etc. And dedicating that to a button would be a really cool way to make these characters fight against each other. So
Interesting.
if it were up to me, that's what I would do in a game like this.
As long as it's not dynamic mode.
As long as it's not dynamic mode, correct? Yeah. So that's what I think about this.
But Flow is a good name considering it's Avatar. And,
Single player campaign with original narrative.
Oh.
Yeah.
Canon?
Oh yeah, you got something else? I mean, I don't know about that, but if you got young Aang and Korra fighting each other, I don't know how canon it could be. But that's cool. That's cool. You want to definitely have something there so that, you want to get kids and people who love Avatar beyond us adults as well to be interested in playing it. Trials, gallery mode, best in class netcode and crossplay. Yeah, fantastic stuff. That's very, very cool. Good right on.
Good luck to them.
Yeah, just a classic 2D fighter, hand drawn. I'm glad to hear that this project is uncanceled and that it's going to exist. That's super cool. It would have been a huge shame if all that work into a really detailed sprite-based fighting game with people that appear to know fighting games well enough to make sure it has rollback, netcode, and crossplay.
Right.
It would really suck if all that work went to nothing. So it's really awesome that this thing that apparently was not supposed to exist is now being published for everybody.
Right.
And as someone who's a huge fan of movement, I think airbending and water bending and earth bending presents a lot of cool opportunities for characters to do things unique from each other.
Absolutely.
So
jump, cast a pillar.
that sounds nuts.
That would be cool.
But that wasn't an episode, wasn't it?
It happens.
She did that in the show. That'd be cool.
That'd be nice.
Yeah, for sure, man. So, I am surprised, and I think it's very cool that this is coming out. Hell yeah.
That's nice.
Good stuff.
Already more excited for this than for Net Impact. Net it up! Net it up! Did you see?
I saw 6 Uvogans, and I was like, oh, Samurai Showdown once again. Here we go. I just like Uvogan as a character, so I was like, I'd probably play him if I was going to play anybody.
Yeah. Good pick.
Turns out,
Good pick.
do you know why? Do you know what the reason is? Is there something special about him that...
I don't know.
Is it because he's the only one that has limbs that can reach people?
That's possible. Like, all I know is that 5 of the top 8 at Evo France was the same team. And then I was like, why? What's going on? And when I inquired about it, apparently there's a glitch that when you kill the first character, the character that's incoming, you do an assist into super and they can't do anything. They can't even block.
Unblockable.
So you can do 300% combos.
Oh my god, Super Street Fighter 4. Jury Fireball, wake up on the Ultra. Or fucking JoJo's All-Star Battle. You do a projectile and then you taunt and then they have to get hit by it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And every team had the guy with the suitcase and the suit.
Oh, Leorio.
Yeah, every team had it.
Yes. Yeah, Dr. Doom. Right. Okay. Incredible.
Yeah.
Everyone was Uvogan, Leorio, something else.
And Killua, I think.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Net it up.
Net it up, baby. Yeah.
And then packed.
I was so hyped when we played that game. I was like, yo, hype?
Anyways. I think it's cool to see a lot of good work from people who worked very hard to make an original fighting game not get wasted. I think it's very exciting to see that.
That's always sad.
Yeah. You know, it's always great to see something like that for the first time. You know, wow.